You were thinking it, I was thinking it, everyone was thinking it. Let's just come out and say it. Mind Goblin these nuts. Today we're playing Goblins, Rakdos Goblins specifically. And yeah, it's just a straightforward deck. I don't think that there's any real nuance that I need to go over until we go to the gameplay. But essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna play Skirk Prospector on one, followed by a lot of our Goblin dudes. And then we're just gonna work our way to Goblin Chieftain, pump up our dudes with Goblin Warchief, and then hit him with a Muxus. That's pretty much it. If we can't do that, we're gonna hit him with a Krenko mob boss. As far as the land base goes, we have the Unclaimed Territory, along with a lot of extra dual lands here. Fantastic. And then we've got Den of the Bugbear, 2 copies of it, and that's gonna make another Goblin. Because a lot of people don't realize that that's what the token is. Most people just go, oh, it's a 1/1 that's tapped and attacking. That's great. But it's actually a Goblin, so it gets buffed by all of our other Goblin synergy cards. So we've got some cards on the sideboard here. We're going to go over those at the end of the game, just to go over cards that I would add if I was modifying this deck. As far as interaction goes, we got Munitions Expert. Yeah, that seems like the rest of the deck is pretty straightforward. We got the Conspicuous Snoop to look at the top card of our library, play Goblins off the top. It becomes a Goblin. Yeah, you may cast Goblins off the top. You know, reading the card explains the card. Prof is correct. But we're gonna get into some games, and yeah, I'll just go over some additional thoughts as we're playing. Let's go. All right. Just like every first game of the day, we are going to check and see what this person might be playing just based off their avatar. They've got a slime. They've got a fungus. Guessing they're going to be playing. They're going to be playing Boros. Is definitely going to be what they're going to be playing here. They got Loris. But if it was just based off of their avatar, I would probably say it's gonna be like blue-black. So can I mute this guy? Does muting him stop the animations? It does. Cool. That was very annoying. Okay, so we're gonna be on the play here first. We got the Goblin Chieftain followed by the Wily Goblin. We can get Krenko down turn 3, which is really good. I think we will keep this hand. I like it a lot. They're gonna be on aggro. We're gonna be on aggro. Oh, no. We're not going to get to see what he was. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut that. That one doesn't count. The opponent was obviously on some combo, so it is technically the first game of the day. I guess I won't cut it, but that was kind of lame. So we're gonna count the next one as the first one as well. I love the free wins, though. Actual first game of the day. He's playing as Johnny as his avatar. We're definitely going up against Boros aggro. And against Boros aggro with a single Munitions Expert, I think we're going to toss this one back. So my guess was that was the one rare time that someone who was playing Loris, like the Boros, like cat token strategy, that was a rare moment. Yeah, we're definitely keeping this hand. We'll throw a mountain back. That was one of those rare moments where they actually didn't get the nuts and they had to mulligan several times, losing them the game. Okay, we'll just get this out. Mind Goblin. Yep, now we have the 10 million game actions. Esper Sentinel, yep, sure, go ahead. Go ahead. And one thing about this, we're gonna deny them by sacrificing the Skirk Prospector. This denies them the energy counters. One thing that I don't like about this particular deck is when you do have the Skirk Prospector on the field, you have to go through all of those game actions. And every single time they cast a card, every time they change like main faces, it makes this deck very Very annoying to play. Let's see. Yeah, we will do the Goblin Chieftain. This makes all of our goblins one cheaper. And I do want to send this in, but I think we'll hold back here. Looks like they have another Galvanic Discharge. Yeah, forces them to have the removal. You know, in this case, yep, they got more removal. They're just getting rid of every single one of them. But since we didn't attack in, they had to use those 2 cards. So this I count as a victory in one sense or another. We are just getting to a lower life total though by playing all of these Blood Crypts. But we are one step closer to playing the Muxus Goblin Grandee. We're gonna play this out. Yeah, you're gonna gain life. That's fine. They're probably gonna, yeah, they're gonna definitely gain life off of this as well. But the plan is to cast Muxus here because we got the Skirk Prospector. Nope. We are going to activate this, sacrificing this goblin. Oh, you got to do these actions one by one. Fantastic. Magic UI really coming in clutch here. Muxus Goblin Grandee. Maybe we get a haster off the top. Got Munitions Expert. I think we will we'll probably shoot this for the 10 billion points of damage. Actually, does this go face? To target creature or planeswalker. Gotcha. So I can give all of my goblins haste, but we're gonna just hold them back actually. Then we'll swang in for a bunch of damage here. Hopefully they don't get something sick off the top. Again, we have all these game actions to go through. Looks like they're gonna get the Guide of Souls. Oh boy, and then one of their dudes is going to get flying +3/+3, right? No, they hold back. Okay, this is good. Boom, destroyed. I didn't even attack, dude. But definitely there's like a lot of different lines here. Like if I Krenko, well, the goblins don't get haste off of Krenko. So I don't know why he conceded here. I mean, I can pop all my dudes up in the middle of combat and like punch him, but he's at 41 health. He's pretty healthy life total. I'm at 12. Like, what am I gonna do? So I don't know why he conceded there. Maybe it's just because I went wide. Like I have Muxus getting the +1/+1 until end of turn for each goblin I control, but he can block. He can block here. Like I don't know why he can see here, but sweet. We get another win in. Let's go. All right, we got all the makings of a great hand here. We're gonna keep this. We got the turn 2 play, 3 play, potentially 4 play. Those that get it, get it. You know what I'm saying? Little spicy. But no, I am in Bloombearer right now. Like that's the set that we're currently in, and I'm excited to see the new cards that come out. You know, I've been seeing a lot of Modern Horizons 3 cards. What I'm really hoping for is we start getting some new tech against like the current meta. Like I was saying in one of my other videos, what ends up happening is power creep, and then like we get other options to deal with power crept cards. So if we're not just dead here, oh, that'd be great. Doesn't seem like it. That's good for us. Gonna give him haste. We're gonna be really close to death. Yeah. That's 6, 9, nice. 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're basically just dead on next turn. Yeah, we are just dead on next turn. So Goblins doesn't interact with their side of the board. We don't have any interaction. Yeah, that's what I just said. Goblins doesn't have any interaction against this. We only have one card that interacts with it, and that's Munitions Expert. I'm sure there are more cards out there that I can look at. Yeah, we're just dead here. But yeah, we're just looking to punch face as quickly as possible. So maybe keeping the Skirk Prospector turn 1 is the play most of the time. but we only have 4 copies of them. So are we going to really mulligan for those? Probably not. We had a decent hand. They were just also aggro. All right. We got the Munitions Expert in this opener. I think we will keep this. See if our opponent wants to. They are on Laris right now. So an opponent going first is very dangerous. Like, most of the time, I hate to be a downer every single time, but like if they go first and they're on Boros, most of the time they just win the game. Thoughtseize, you got it, man. Take what you want. I'm guessing they're gonna take my turn 2 play and then they'll take my turn 3 play. They are taking damage off of this Thoughtseize. Okay. So we'll probably play the Wily Goblin here. Goblin these nuts. Gingerbread. Okay, so they're not playing the conventional style of decks here, it seems like. Or they're not playing any deck that I'm aware of. What are they gonna do? Like Gingerbread give it the Colossus Hammer? No, they're just playing white, blue, or white, black artifacts. Interesting. Well, there's the Colossus Hammer that I was talking about. Yup. This is stupid. I'm getting comboed here. Let's see. They're definitely gonna play Colossus Hammer out next turn, so we're gonna just try and stop them as much as we can. So it seems like they have 2 Colossus. No, they do have more than 2 Colossus Hammer here. Colossi Hammer. Okay. I will attempt to stop this, but they're just going to be able to equip again with Colossus Hammer. Colossus Hammer, thank goodness it doesn't give trample. What? Dude, such bogus. My gosh, dude. The amount of decks that just try to cheese wins is just astounding. So we are gonna block here. We'll block with Munitions Expert. Doesn't really matter if we could do anything else here. We're just going to do Muxus on our turn. We will activate, sacrificing this Goblin. Goblin all donuts. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. All cards revealed. There is a Muxus on top. So I think what we do here, we do have a Krenko. So what we're gonna do is we'll block with the Muxus this turn, and then we'll probably, oh shoot, I could have swung in for one. Could attack a swang. Could have took a swang at him. Hopefully he doesn't have a second Colossus Hammer, because I think this affects all Colossus Hammers. Gonna give it unblockable and haste. Smart. Can't block it. I'll take the damage. That is fine with me. Oh, that kind of protects his creature. You can attach the Colossus Hammer to anything, really. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Got a creature on the top. Definitely need to just swing in for lethal here. Play the Goblin Chieftain here. Sack this. Taking 5 Gobos. We'll sack this guy. And we'll sacrifice this guy. I wish I could do multiples. That would be nice. So we got 3 mana available. We'll play another Krenko Mob Boss here. Got haste. We'll tap him to make a bunch more gobos. Got 13 gobos. We're getting close here. Now, we can play the Muxus off the top. We don't want to go to combat yet because we've got 13. They block this and this. So 13, 14, 15, 16. We're not quite at lethal yet. So yeah, unfortunately we are going to have to, oh my gosh. We have to do this manually. Super dumb. Oh. Play a Muxus, Goblin Grandee. Get more things. We'll keep this. Make a bunch more tokens with haste. I think this is enough for lethal. That was dumb. 33. Do you have a response? Oh, he didn't activate Retrofitter Foundry. I don't think he can make a blocker out of that Colossus Hammer now. Oh no, it has to be a, yeah. Oh, you tried to cheese Gobbros, didn't you? Nope, not today. You know, I said in the first time I tried this recording, because we had some issues with Bloomberg, the Bloomberg release yesterday, or Bloomberg, whatever. And I was like, I don't think I'm a Goblin person, but definitely after that game, I think I might be a Goblin person. All right, opponent is on the play first. We got a one-lander. We're sending it right back. We cannot keep that hand. We got Muxus, we got Krenko, we got Goblin Chieftain, we got the Skirk Prospector. We like all of these, but we gotta send one back. I think the Blood Crypt I actually want to send back. We'll get more lands, and we can play out most of our cards here. I mean, the Goblin Chieftain, we're really hoping to get another land off the top, so like we could have sent Krenko back, but this is just juicy. And most of the time we're gonna hit the lands because we do have, I believe, 25 lands in hand, so definitely gonna hit it most of the times. He's probably gonna blow up the Skirk Prospector. Seems like he's on mono black. Yep, mono black control. Got some old cards here. I haven't seen somebody play the Blood Chieftain's Thirst in a minute, so they're probably on like a slower build, but they're probably gonna try and like play out some big Phyrexian dude, the Phyrexian Obliterator. Yeah, I gotta make a deck tech on one of my Phyrexian Obliterator builds soon here, but dude, doing that and then like Blood on the Snow, reanimating it over and over again, so good. We're gonna pick Goblin. Bonk in for 2. So now we can play one of our several Krenkos here. And if he removes this, yep, it sucks. Let's see, we'll just get rid of this, get rid of that. Krenko is our win con here. Krenko is my co-pilot. Let's activate his ability. Swang in. Really get it started. Let's get it started, and ha. Well, Krenko's gonna go bye-bye. I can see him targeting it. Oh, shit, dude. Are you kidding me? All right. Got one left. Yep. I mean, do I play Munitions Expert here? This is the only real way to interact with Shieldred. We will cast it. It's not gonna do anything. Can't kill this. And now we are just top decking garbage. This is exactly what Mono Black wants to do. Hits me with the good game, dude. Suck my ass. Okay, he's got all of the removal here with the Necro Dominance. Game's over. Ugh. So we get rolled from multiple different directions with this. Like we're either gonna get comboed or we're gonna, you know, get destroyed by them just destroying each of our targets here. Really weak to those sorts of things. But that's the thing with goblins. You just kind of run in there, you know, math is for blockers type of deal. The guy who's BMing me probably is like, the guy who's playing goblins deserves to get BM'd, because it is a pretty gross deck when it just runs over you, because you know they've got no interaction in their deck. I mean, if you are playing the Munitions Expert, you got a little bit of interaction there. So, but most of the time you're just trying to run your opponents over. We are on the play here with 2 Wily Goblins. I think we can keep this hand. Dude, it seems like every single time I start with Muxus Goblin Grandee in my hand. Just every single time. We got a player who's playing mono black. This is probably another destroy all your stuff deck, because that's what's on ladder at the moment. Ooh, they had something to do. I kind of want to play the Goblin Chieftain here, but it's probably just gonna get zapped, if I'm being honest. But we'll just play out another Wily Goblin. We're getting closer to that Muxus Goblin Grandee here. We got the Goblin Chieftain they're gonna play. Orcish Bowmasters is annoying for sure. We're not gonna be drawing additional cards, so we can kind of just let it slide for now. We'll play a Skirk Prospector, and we'll swang in. This is, like, if they do block this, this is denying me some sort of like additional bonuses with my goblins, especially when I got a Skirk Prospector out. So they're gonna stop 2x spells. Before that happens, we're gonna go ahead and play our Munitions Expert. We're gonna kill the Orcish Bowmaster. Clear the way. That is fine though, that this Chalice of the Void is down. We have no real way to interact with it at the moment. Can we play a Muxus Goblin Grandee here? We could play one. We would sacrifice 2 and then we get a bunch more goblins out. They wouldn't have haste because Goblin Chieftain, unless we get one off the top. We could possibly get one off the top. So that's what we're gonna attempt to do here. Activate this. Let's see, that's 4, 5, 6. This is for the Muxus. The Muxus. Let's go! Let's go! Massive hits! Massive hits with the Muxus. Oh man, did you have fun? Yes, because I won that game. So of course I had fun. But yeah, getting all of them, put all goblins off the top. You don't get to choose. I didn't get to choose. I had no control over it. I just got a bunch of goblins. I love this. I love this combo deck. No brainer moves here. All right, opponent is on the play first here. We've got all the makings of greatness in our hand with a Skirk Prospector. I think we keep this one. We don't have a turn 2 play, which stinks. This guy's playing Leyline. Okay, now we have a turn 2 play. Now we're in business. And it's on flash speed. So, looks like he's gonna be playing elves here. This is gonna tap for a lot of mana soon. Ooh, double Munitions Expert. This is really good. We can really start controlling the board here the way that we would like to. And it's interesting that this has a May ability on it. You may have it deal damage, but that's fine with us. Okay. Playing out more creatures. We don't really like to see that. We choose Goblin. Muxus Goblin Grandee can't come down yet, so it's between playing the Goblin Chieftain. See, creatures tap for an additional mana. We really don't want to see what's next, so we're gonna go ahead and blow this up. Yeah, we just don't want to see it. Get it out of here. So there is something to like playing out the Chieftain here or playing out a Krenko mob boss. But we're just gonna send these 2 in. Goblin Chieftain is a very interesting development. Oh gosh, dude, are you kidding me? So they just win the game, don't they? Yeah, because we don't have a way to interact with that. Well, they have taken a lot of damage. Hold on a second. Hold on. We got 2, 4, 6, 8. We're just shy with the Goblin Chieftain. If we play Muxus Goblin Grandee, we're going to be sacrificing everything pretty much to cast that. Muxus could get some stuff off the top here. This guy's hitting me with a good game, like the game's actually over. Game's not over quite yet, Bucko. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we're just shy, so we'll play Muxus Goblin Grandee. And we'll be sacrificing this. And we'll sacrifice this. Oh, is this still sacrificing everything? This is sacrificing everything. We don't get haste off the top here. And we'll shoot this, we'll decline. He's hit us. Good game. Oh, I played the no-brainer card that kills you. Oh, wow. So fun, dude. Am I slightly tilted? Yes. I'm more than slightly tilted because, again, like, I'm playing no interaction deck. He's playing no interaction deck. Whatever. It happens. It happens. Oh, I'm angry. And then you just move on. That's what you gotta do. Keep your mind sane when you're playing. Sometimes you just need to take a break, but we're on that YouTube grind, fellas. We can't take a break quite yet. We got one more game in us. We are on the play with 2 Muxus. Ooh, and we got the Goblin Matron here. I think I would like to keep this hand. I think I would. There's no haste enablers and we got 2 Muxus. But because we have 2 Muxus and not really a turn 3 play, I think we will get something else instead. This is a little bit better hand. All right, we got Battle Cry Goblin. We have no real haste enablers for Krenko, so I think I will send Krenko back. So, but to go off of what I was talking about on the last game, like just being tilted at Magic or being tilted at the last like game, like somebody's just like BMing you a ton. You know, it sucks to like get BM'd into oblivion. And is it a little bit of cope, me saying this? Maybe. Maybe just a little bit of coping. A little seething. Would you like to trade with me, sir? No, so they must have a really good hand if they're not willing to trade. But you just gotta keep moving on. Like if you really want to get serious about Magic for a moment, I know we're just like having fun here, but if you want to get serious about Magic, you gotta have a thick skin. And just because somebody spams good game doesn't mean that the game can be over. And that's what we did. We tried to play to our outs. That's all you can try to do is play to your outs. So we've got discounting here and we've got haste enabling here. I think I want to go with discounting. Yeah, we'll go with the discount. And then I will try to do a trade here. I would not like to trade. That is fine with me. So the next one we'll do is we'll do Goblin Chieftain into Battle Cry Goblin, potentially. Because we still can trade favorably at the moment. Maybe not if this Voice of the Blessed gets too large. Thopter. Okay, yeah, they're getting a little big here. Getting a little big. Just go through all these actions, please. Thank you, thank you. Okay, that's got Vigilance now. So we can play Muxus Goblin Grandee. I think we will attempt to do this. We just want to, oopsies. We will trigger this first. Sacrifice this next. Play it out. Hit all the haste enablers, and we're still not big enough. Let's see. It gets +1/+1 for each other goblin you control. So we will go ahead and swang in here. It's just slightly bigger than Voice of the Blessed. Voice of the Blessed is soon going to be able to just block infinitely, which is a sad day for the Goblin deck, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get too big right here, right now. No, not quite. Oh, no, it will, because they will put the counters with Guide of Souls. Oh, really? He declined it. Okay. That is interesting. Muy interesante. No, we would like to do red. Get our dudes big. Play the Munitions Expert off the top. Let's see. So it's going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to target creature. I think what we'll do is, this is getting big. This is also going to be a problem, so we'll shoot the Guide of Soul down. Swing in with a Muxus. Got another land on top. I don't think we are going to be able to get across this finish line. Yeah, because the Voice of the Blessed is just rolling us right now. It just needs to get 2 more. Oh? Are you gonna plus? If he pluses here, this could be big. No, he's gonna play the One Ring. Yeah, we're just dead now. Unless we can get something crazy off the top here. Play another Conspicuous Snoop. Nope, we get another land off the top. That's game. Oh, dude, the One Ring. You know, it's hard to see cards that just like, this one card just ruins the entire like game for you, but that's like Muxus for us. You know, every deck's got that one gross card in it that's like, okay, that just ends the game for your opponent. That just completely destroys them. And the One Ring can just go in any deck. So why don't I just run it? I'll just run it in this deck. Yeah, it looks like we're pretty close to time here, so I'm going to go to what I would change about this deck. So, what would I change about Goblins? Well, Goblins is pretty just straightforward. You don't really do many things different. If you think of like Collected Company, right? You play Collected Company in your deck that's centered around creatures CMC 3 or less. Same goes for Goblins. You're playing Muxus Goblin Grandee here. So anything that you add to the deck that isn't a Goblin really does de-incentivize you from just playing the Goblin strategy. So you really are all in on the, you know, math is for blockers mentality, and you just run into their face. But there are a lot of Goblins that you can consider, and there are also a couple of other cards that you can consider as well for this deck. First, being some of these guys. We got Reckless Ringleader, which is one of these alchemy cards that perpetually gives a creature haste. You have to choose a creature in your hand, so most of the time you're going to choose like Muxus, or you'll choose Krenko, and then you're just set for that stage of the game. Other goblins, you can do the Crate Maker. However, like, you're sacrificing this goblin to deal 2 damage to a goblin or a colorless creature spell, which is going to be like an artifact. It's not going to be a spell, it's a permanent that it's hitting. So there is that aspect of it, but it is another tool in your removal kit that you can use. Like, say you take out the Munitions Expert and you put this in instead. Because Munitions Expert, we're really not using it as a combat trick very much, but it is a combat trick that you can utilize if you choose to. And Goblin Crate Maker also is it's a tool that we can use during combat. It does only target creatures as well. It doesn't go face. So that's similar to Munitions Expert. I would probably swap it out there. Goblin Chain Whirler is really good for those wide token strategies. Like the cat theme is a really big one in Modern right now. Even though we didn't run into these like life gain cat strategies, Goblin Chain Whirler still hits those strategies really hard. So this is probably one for the current meta that you could sub in for probably Munitions Expert as well. Or if you want to go like more control build, you could probably cut the Goblin Matrons as well. But then you're getting away from that like Muxus, Goblin Grandee like strategy of just like rolling over your opponents at the end game step. Sling Gang Lieutenant is really nice for getting over top. If you're like punching in with a bunch of creatures, you can sacrifice those creatures to Sling Gang Lieutenant so that you can just keep swinging in for damage during your combats, and then sacrificing the creatures that are getting blocked, because most of the time they're going to realize they're like, oh, you're going to just sacrifice it to Sling Gang Lieutenant, let me just let it through anyways. And then you get double damage essentially. So they've got to use their brain, and you don't have to use your brain as much, because you're just like, oh, it's blocked, sack it, throw it at their face. Again, you probably toss the Goblin Matrons for these Sling Gang Lieutenants. That's probably what I would do. Goblin Ringleader, we're just looking at the top four. Put all goblins revealed this way into your hand from your library. This is just to get some more like gas going. I'm not sure what I would cut for this card necessarily, but it's another one of those tools that we can like look at the top cards of our library. And then also we've got Goblin Trashmaster. It's a lord for all of your goblins, and then you can sacrifice your goblins to destroy target artifact. This is really good in the metagame as well, because there's a lot of like Eldrazi decks that rely on artifacts and they're not protected by indestructible. So that would be pretty good, because again, Lords, not bad. What would we be cutting? We would have to probably cut the Krenko for that, which then we're just like relying on Muxus. You can also just cut Muxus. This is kind of a crazy strat, but you can cut Muxus, you can cut the Krenko, and you can just go more of a control style probably with this. It wouldn't be as strong because it's not going to hit every archetype. And like I said, you just kind of want to shut your brain off with Gobos and just slam them at their face. Another card to add would be Goblin Trap Finder. When it dies, you're going to seek out a card with mana value 3 or less. You're going to give it haste, and you can perpetually cast this, but you have to sacrifice it at the end of the turn. This is another one of the cards that I've seen like going around, where they'll use Skirk Prospector, sacrifice this, go grab one of their haste enablers, cast the haste enabler, and like play out Muxus as well, like in the same turn. And it just becomes a really powerful like combo piece towards your Krenko or towards your Muxus combo. So this would be another thing that I would swap out for the Matron, just because it's a lower CMC card and it does a similar effect of you're not drawing a card, you're not searching for a card, you're seeking out a card. So I like this card as well. And it's in that uncommon slot too, so it's pretty cheap to add to the deck. Horde Master is another lord, and it's really good again with that Skirk Prospector combo, because you're going to be sacrificing your goblins. You're going to be able to get cards put into exile pretty easily with that 2-card combo. And it also just being an anthem in that 2 CMC slot. This is one that I would swap out for Skirk Prospector. If you're looking to just like eliminate all of the interaction options, you can do this, and then it provides more consistency for your Muxus combo. And of course, we can't forget about Cavern of Souls. You just name goblins and it does all of the work for you. This helps out with the control matchups that you might go against, where they're just like counterspelling every single one of your cards, and then they let a couple through and then they just blow them up. This kind of throws them off their game, and it just generally is good protection against any decks that might want to counter your creatures. The only thing is, it's in that mythic slot, so I haven't crafted these myself, but if you have these, I would definitely add in any Cavern of Souls possible. This directly replaces the Unclaimed Territories, or it could replace, some other lands as well if you wanted to just make sure that you had all of your colors possible. But that's the deck. There's mostly red in it, so I don't see why you would need like these dual lands like typically. But if you are cramped on mana, if you do swap in more black goblins, there is a persist goblin that is coming to my head right now. But generally it's just going to be mono red slam face with all of these hasty gobos. So Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to check out the Mind Goblins. That was really lame. I'll see you in the next one.